Hello and welcome again to the Federal. For years, the Narendra Modi government has projected India as one of the world's most attractive destinations for foreign investment. Every few months, we hear announcements of record foreign direct investment or FDI flowing into the country. But is that the complete picture? A reply by the Union Finance Ministry in the Rajya Sabha to a question raised by Kerala CPI MP John Brittas tells a far more complicated story. And the numbers deserve close attention. The government has been highlighting gross FDI, that is, the total amount of foreign investment coming to India. But gross FDI is only one side of the equation. The more meaningful indicator is the net FDI. Net FDI is what actually stays in the country after foreign investors take money back through repatriation, disinvestment, and other outflows. According to the Finance Ministry's reply, India's net FDI has collapsed over the last 3 years. In 2022-23, net FDI stood at nearly $28 billion. In 2023-24, it dropped to just over $10 billion. Then came the sharpest fall. In 2024-25, net FDI plunged to just $960 million. That is a fall of almost 97% compared to 3 years earlier. There's a slight recovery in 25-26 with net FDI rising to $6.95 billion. But even that is barely one-fourth of what India attracted in 22-23. So, what explains this dramatic decline? The Finance Ministry says foreign investors are increasingly taking money out of India. The numbers support that. FDI outflows have risen steadily from $29.35 billion in 22-23 to $44.47 billion in 23-24. $51.49 billion in 24-25 and $54.04 billion in 25-26. That means foreign investors have repatriated or withdrawn nearly $180 billion from India over the last 4 financial years. The government's explanation is that these outflows reflect strong returns on investment. In other words, investors are making profits and taking them home. That may be partly true, but there is another question. If India is such a compelling long-term investment destination, why is capital leaving the country at such a rapid pace? Normally, investors may repatriate profits while continuing to expand their investments. Here, however, fresh inflows are increasingly being offset by capital exiting the country. That is why the net FDI has shrunk so dramatically. The Rajya Sabha reply also contains another interesting set of figures, state-wise FDI equity inflows. And these numbers challenge another widely circulated political narrative. Kerala is often portrayed by its critics as an investment unfriendly state. But the Finance Ministry's own data presents a different picture. During the last 4 years, Kerala attracted more FDI than Madhya Pradesh and Punjab. In 3 out of the last 4 years, Kerala attracted more FDI than West Bengal. Its performance has also been comparable to Andhra Pradesh during this period. These are not claims made by a political party. These are figures provided by the Union Finance Ministry itself. The data also shows where foreign investors continue to place their bets. The services sector remains the biggest recipient of FDI, attracting more than $10 billion in 2025-26. Computer software and hardware recorded an impressive jump to nearly $14 billion. Food processing also witnessed a sharp increase. At the state level, Maharashtra continues to dominate, followed by Karnataka, Gujarat, and Delhi. Tamil Nadu and Haryana have also recorded significant gains. So, what does all this tell us? India continues to attract large volumes of gross FDI, but a growing share of that money is flowing back out. That is why the gap between the gross FDI and the net FDI has widened so sharply. For policymakers, economists, and investors alike, net FDI may be the more important number to watch because it tells us not just how much money comes to India, but how much confidence remains here. And that is perhaps the biggest takeaway from the Finance Ministry's reply to Kerala CPIM Rajya Sabha MP John Brittas.